Hey folks, Garrett Fisher here. I need to tell you about this absolutely mind-blowing podcast, Acting President, that's been keeping me up at night. It's about James Bennett, a former governor starring in a hit Sunday night TV show about overthrowing the government, and then his actual former chief of staff approaches him to do it for real. The line between fiction and reality completely disappears when these course correction rallies start popping up everywhere. Is it brilliant marketing or something more sinister? The parallels are insane. Trust me, this is the political thriller you didn't know you needed in your life. Acting President, available now wherever you find podcasts.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Los Angeles, where we're under curfew, this is Ballot.
If your boss ever says you can do the podcast from LA and will even put you up in a nice hotel downtown, just say no. Good morning, I'm Patrick Gutfield. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, is not happy. He's suing Trump and the Defense Department. Newsom said Trump chose theatrics over public safety, which is rich coming from a guy who survived a recall election by promising voters he'd keep French Laundry open during lockdowns. Trump responded by suggesting Newsom should be arrested. So we've gone from states' rights to arrest the governor in record time. That's like going from we need to talk to I'm taking the kids in one conversation. Meanwhile, Texas Governor Greg Abbott announced he's deploying the National Guard too. Abbott posted on X that peaceful protest is legal, but harming person or property will lead to arrest. Thanks for that legal clarification, Governor. Next, he'll tweet that water is wet and gravity pulls things down. The protest started after Immigration and Customs Enforcement began arresting 2,000 people per day. Under Biden, they were averaging 311 daily arrests. That's like going from a regular dental cleaning to getting all your teeth pulled at once. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass said the military deployment wasn't necessary because police could handle the mostly peaceful protests. But she still imposed a curfew over 1 square mile downtown. 1 square mile! That's smaller than most Target parking lots. You could probably walk around the entire curfew zone and still have time to grab a coffee. Police made 197 arrests on Tuesday alone, more than double all previous arrests combined. That's like a Black Friday sale, but instead of discounted electronics, everyone's getting criminal charges. Trump defended his actions at Fort Bragg, telling troops that Army heroes didn't shed their blood on distant shores only to watch our country be destroyed by invasion and third world lawlessness. He also said his administration would liberate Los Angeles. Liberate Los Angeles? From what exactly? Traffic jams? Overpriced avocado toast? The Hollywood Walk of Fame? California's Attorney General is worried about an 1878 law that forbids military from civilian law enforcement. An 1878 law. We're citing laws from when people traveled by horse and thought electricity was witchcraft. But sure, let's base our military deployment policies on regulations older than the telephone. 700 Marines are currently staged in Seal Beach, 30 miles south of LA, awaiting deployment to specific locations. That's like having a fire department show up to your house and just sitting in the driveway while your kitchen burns down. We're here, we're ready, we're just waiting for orders. So, Gavin Newsom gave a speech Tuesday night that was supposedly about the crisis in Los Angeles. But everyone's pretty sure it was actually his unofficial campaign launch for 2028. The next presidential election is 3 years away, but apparently Newsom couldn't wait. That's like putting up Christmas decorations in September. Oh wait, people actually do that now. The speech had all the trappings of a presidential address: American flag, California flag, suit and tie, prepared remarks. Prepared remarks. Newsom usually just wings it, but this time he had a script. That's like seeing your friend suddenly using proper grammar in text messages. You know something's up. Just a month ago, Newsom seemed to be fading into the background. He's 57 in his final term as governor, dealing with budget deficits and wildfire cleanup. Basically, he was the political equivalent of a substitute teacher running out the clock. Then Trump attacked him and suddenly Newsom's back in the spotlight. Newsom had been trying to work with Trump initially. He hosted a podcast called This is Gavin Newsom, where he interviewed Trump supporters. A politician named a podcast after himself. That's like naming your autobiography The Story of Me by Me. Actually, that's exactly what it is. Speaker Mike Johnson said Newsom should be tarred and feathered. Tarred and feathered. What is this, 1776? Next, he'll suggest we settle disputes with duels at dawn.
What happens when one of the most powerful men in music is accused of some of the most serious crimes imaginable? Check out the new podcast, Did He Do It? Following the federal sex crimes trial of Sean Diddy Combs, coming to you straight from New York City. Every day I'll take you inside the courtroom where prosecutors say Combs ran a criminal enterprise of sex trafficking, coercion, and abuse, using his fame, fortune, and influence to silence victims and control lives. We'll cover the big stories and the small moments that can shift the verdict. The trial has begun. The questions are piling up, and every day we'll be asking the same thing. Did he do it? Follow now wherever you get your podcasts.
The Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster got a 32 out of 100 on their health inspection. 32! That's not a health grade, that's a golf score. And for Trump, that would actually be pretty good. The health inspector found expired milk, room temperature lemons, and no soap in the sinks. No soap! At a place where the President of the United States eats. I've seen gas station bathrooms with better hygiene standards. This is like finding out the White House chef has been storing leftovers in his car. The general manager called it a politically motivated attack, right? Because bacteria are known for their strong political opinions. The E. coli was probably registered to vote Democrat. This salmonella is clearly part of the deep state. They had salted butter left on the counter. Salted butter! Just sitting there like a dairy time bomb. That butter was probably older than some of Trump's cabinet picks. At least the butter had experience sitting around doing nothing. The inspector spent 3 hours tallying violations. 3 hours! That's longer than most Trump press conferences. She found faulty dishwashers, improperly stored raw meat, and poorly stocked sinks. This wasn't a kitchen inspection, it was an archaeological dig. The club's website boasts they use the finest and freshest ingredients. Well, technically, expired milk is still an ingredient. It's just not fresh, or fine, or legal to serve to humans. General Manager David Schutzenhofer said they operate one of the most immaculate golf facilities in the country. Immaculate! The only thing immaculate about this place was the inspector's ability to find violations. She was like a health code detective solving the case of the missing soap dispenser. But even on the reinspection, they found new violations. The coffee creamer was 50 degrees instead of 41. They had to pour it out. Imagine being the person who had to explain to customers why there's no creamer. Sorry, our dairy products are having temperature issues. Would you like some room temperature lemon slices instead? The inspector found that the chef failed to demonstrate knowledge of food safety. That's like saying the pilot failed to demonstrate knowledge of gravity. How do you become a chef without knowing basic food safety? Did he get his culinary degree from Trump University? This happened at a 520-acre golf club that Trump bought in 2002. 520 acres! You could hide a small city in there. Apparently, they hid their violations too. The Trump organization didn't respond to questions about what made the inspection politically motivated. Maybe they think the thermometer was biased. Your Honor, that temperature gauge clearly has liberal tendencies. On the same day, another restaurant in the county got a 33, almost identical to Trump's 32. So either there's a conspiracy among health inspectors, or New Jersey restaurants just really struggle with basic sanitation. I'm going with option 2. The club features dining rooms overlooking 36 holes of golf. Beautiful views. Too bad you might not survive the meal to enjoy them. Nothing says fine dining like wondering if your chicken salad is plotting against you. Portions of today's show were made with the help of AI.
Want this podcast without commercial interruptions or feed drops? Caliroga Plus is just $5 a month, and you'll get this show ad-free. Plus, we've just added the full first seasons of Eastwood Reloaded and Crown and Controversy, so you can binge listen our new series without a single interruption. Calaroga Plus gives you palace intrigue, 5 good news stories, daily comedy news, 5 daily trivia questions, and all the other shows on the Calaroga Shark Media Network. Totally ad-free. For just $5 a month, it's the best deal going. Apple Podcast users can even get a 30-day free trial by clicking the banner that says uninterrupted listening. If you're on any other app, head to calaroga.com/plus. Link in the show notes. Don't wait. Get your uninterrupted content now. Apple Podcast users click that banner that says uninterrupted listening. If you're on any other app, head to calaroga.com/plus. Link in the show notes.
He thought cryptocurrency would set him free. Instead, it made him a target. Alessandro Romano flew to New York for a business meeting with his former partner. What he found was an elaborate trap. A luxury apartment turned torture chamber, where digital dreams become real-world nightmares. For 8 days, he endured unimaginable torture. His captors wanted his Bitcoin passwords. They had police protection. They had done this before. This is the true story of friendship turned to betrayal, innovation turned to exploitation, and one man's fight for survival against a system designed to break him. Crypto Kidnap. Available wherever you get your podcasts.